to Cutting Stems, the after show, Bachelor edition. We're back for The Bachelor.
Woo-woo.
New season. Joey is our Bachelor.
Stud.
King.
He's adorable. What a sweetheart.
We love Joey. Joey has been a breath of fresh air already.
Yeah.
I'm willing to say.
I agree.
I
think that he has a good attitude. I think that he seems genuine, and we'll have to see where it goes. But so far, he's done nothing to upset me.
Right.
Which is tough.
He was on our show last week, and he said that Jesse Palmer called it like the most romantic season that they've had, which is he seems like a romance guy.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. And the romantic seasons are the best. Like, I love the drama. I love all that bullshit. But we always have talked about, like, the romantic seasons really, they'll get you in your feels. If they get you right, they'll get you right. And I want to cry a little bit this season, I think.
It does feel like we're going to be heading in that direction.
I hope
First
so.
of all, Trent, Kelly, thank you for being here.
Of course.
Thank you for having us.
I'm Fran. We're going to...
Oh, yeah.
Another season, another intro, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Fran, Trent, Kelly, we're back. Rhea will be back next week.
Woo.
And I will say that this season, off to a cinematic start.
Like
Massive.
the very beginning, you're
The
saying.
opening scene of this episode, where, first of all, I was just taken aback when the first notes of When the Party's Over, the Billie Eilish song started playing. I was floored. I was like, they paid for this song?
I couldn't believe it either.
I was shocked that they would do that because we do not use real music on The Bachelor ever. It's like the whatever.
It's stock
Free
music and
stock
a
music.
live performance, usually,
Yes.
B, C list
Like
celeb.
Love Island UK, you're across the board Love Island shows, you're used to like they play music.
They play
and
real
it's
music,
lyrics and it's popular songs. And they just hit us with a Billie Eilish song right away. I was like, wow, this is the real deal. Silence.
Yep.
No speaking.
No.
Just
Tears.
Joey
Tears.
emotional on an island somewhere. A rose on the table, a car driving away, speaking to producers.
How much does it cost a Billie Eilish song to get on the show, you think?
That song, too?
What do you pay her?
A lot.
Oh, man.
We talking like 200 grand?
We can't afford
way
to,
more than that.
We can't
Way more than that.
We can't afford to put any music in any of our podcasts anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, fair.
That's
Chicks
why
in the
we
Office,
don't have anything.
You can't use anything. Chicks in
Yeah.
the Office, our Jay-Z intro, gone. Can't use it.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would love to know what that number is for
No,
Billie Eilish.
they shelled out the big bucks to
A
use
lot.
that song.
And I'll tell you what, it was
Effective.
well worth the money because the intro was just as dramatic. And I, whenever these new seasons start, you kind of forget for a second, like, okay, where did we leave off with this person? And so it kind of gave us a glimpse. It gave us a look ahead and a look back onto what Joey has been through in a way that, like, it didn't need to be laid out to us by like, and here's what happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. They just showed a few scenes with that music in the background, and I knew exactly how I was supposed to feel.
Yep.
And if there's something I love about The Bachelor, it's that they always let you know how you're supposed to feel.
Right, because we've been told that this is a season that has an ending unlike any other.
Unlike any other.
Which Joey did double down on as well. So he's like I haven't
said
watched
that in
every
person?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I haven't watched every season, but as far as I know,
Damn.
the way this ended hasn't happened before. Now, of course, the
What
way
could it
they are
be?
teeing this up,
Yeah.
which means it can't be that, because it seems
Right.
it seems blatantly obvious that like both women at the end like say no. That's
Right.
what it's.
That's what it looks
That's
like.
what I think we're being sold right now.
Yes.
That's how I felt.
Is that they
It's
just
like he's alone.
he looks alone.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's never happened.
Alone and sad. And that
Where
has never
they-
happened, where they reject him.
where they both say no. Like
Right.
that's definitely never happened.
Yep.
I can't imagine a world where this guy's getting rejected at the end
To me,
by
it's
two
right.
women. There's no way.
That's
No.
so nuts. I'll say
It's gotta
that
be something
we
else.
saw, I think in the previews, jumping ahead a little bit for next week, he at one point they show him and he's like, yeah, I'm just here and I hope that something works out. And another girl is like, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. Like people seem to be wishy-washy, and I'm not really sure about that because opening night, girls coming out of the limo, coming in, cocktail party, all that. Everyone seems very interested in his time, very interested in getting to know him, and it all went pretty well. So I'm very curious to see where it goes wrong because so far they're fighting over him. My favorite people that are fighting over him currently are the sisters, Allison and Lauren.
We do have sisters for the
Lauren
first time
is
ever.
28, Allison is 26, and they look exactly the same.
Yep.
And it is like, you can already tell it's a problem. Lauren, the older sister, it's a problem for her.
I thought
she's not okay with it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like fun, and they were going to be like, "Oh my gosh, don't kiss him first." But it was like, "Do not kiss him."
No. They are going to fight to the death. Like sisters. And again, I don't have a sister, so I don't know that sister fight vibe.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard and seen, my friends that do, it's deathly.
Especially when it comes to guys too. Like they did kind of say that they've had scenarios before where maybe they've hooked up with the same guy or whatever. That never goes well.
Nope.
And you could clearly tell, Lauren's like, he can't kiss Allison before me, blah, blah, blah. Also crazy that they went in saying they weren't going to tell anybody.
That lasted no time at all.
They were like, we'll wait and see. Like, we're going to feel it out, not tell anybody. Yeah, night of, they were like, we got to tell everybody. Also, even Joey was like, I kind of put 2 and 2 together. Not only do you two look very similar, you just told me the exact same life story.
Same stories. And I have a sister. And both of them were like, well, I have a sister and 2 brothers. But
where do you live? Center City.
Philly.
Where do you live? Center City. It's like, oh, okay. So they had to reveal that to him. And of course with the rose ceremony too, like Lauren was like, I can't believe you gave Allison the first one and me the last one. And Joe, you could see on Joey's face, he was like, sorry. But it's just like, he had to do that.
But
that's
I'll also
producers
say,
are like, you gotta drama for the sisters.
$1,000,000,000%. Also though, I do think he likes Allison more already. I can tell.
Well, he kissed Allison.
Didn't kiss Lauren. But I think that like the way that when Lauren came over and they both told him that they were sisters, he was talking to them both, and like he at first was doing a good job, like giving them equal attention, and then at the end he was like, all right, so I'll see you later, and like to Allison, and I was like, oh Lauren, you're so screwed. Like
it just puts Joey in like such an uncomfortable position too, because no matter what, like that's a very hard situation to navigate. Like you want to be nice each, but then like if you start to like one sister more,
which is gonna happen,
it's already happening.
You have to like immediately send them home. Yeah, that's just messy.
I thought that he was gonna send home Lauren right away. Like he gave her the last rose because I think that I think he should have, if that were the case, because you don't even want to get in a spot where these girls, because even at the end of the day, say Allison and Joey fall in love and they make it all the way to the end and all this is going on. At the end of the day, what about hometowns? He's going to have to see his ex again, Lauren, and it's always going to be contentious, and it's always going to be a problem. What, are they going to get married with the sister there? Like, it will always be a problem. It will never be a happy
ending. Better off just sending them both home.
Get rid of them.
At least though,
I like them, but get rid of them.
At least though, if Joey does end up liking Allison more and Lauren gets sent home in like the next couple weeks, worst thing is that Joey and Lauren like maybe kissed once, you know?
Yeah,
like
true,
it's a different scenario.
Although, but I think
at least
Lauren,
it's not like, hey, you
gonna
slept
fight
with my sister.
Like I think Lauren's gonna fight though. No, really though. But I'm not kidding. I think Lauren's gonna fight. Like she already is like competitive about it. Like, she wanted that rose. Yeah. She wanted the first kiss. She wanted this. She wanted that. So I think that we will get to a point where like something will be happening and Lauren's gonna be fighting for it, and maybe it's gonna be a little crazy. But I don't know. But that stuck out to me the most. That. And then
say any limo entrances,
and there were so many gimmicks.
A lot of gimmicks.
Chemists with the chemistry thing, that was cute.
I like that. Yeah,
I forget who did it, but
that was I also have all the ladies' names pulled up because I will always forget.
Yes,
that was Caitlin.
Well,
I need faces and names because I
need that too.
You know.
Caitlin,
I'm not as swift as I was.
No, me neither. Like,
I used to remember. A little long in the tooth.
No, I used to literally watch one episode and remember every single person, and now it just doesn't happen for me.
It's really hard, and we've been doing this for a lot of seasons. These are a lot of people that we're bringing into our lives. You know what I mean?
We're salty vets at this point. Let me tell you, like Joey and I are like fairly close in age. I am older than him, but now Kelly, we were joking about this last week that like I have officially gotten to the point where I am older than like most people on the show.
Oh yeah.
And that has made me feel like we've been doing this for so long that I still get so excited to talk about the show and be like, oh my God, we're having the Bachelor on and blah, blah, blah. And they come in and they're like, we've been watching you for years. Like,
that is strange.
You know? And I'm like, damn, we've been doing this for a while, that the contestants are locked in too. It gets me every time.
This year will be our 4th year of Cutting Stems. 2020 we started it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, October.
It's just a long time.
Yeah, let's make this about us for a second. Good for us.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Happy to
that's
do
a big deal. That's my
longest
running program, I think, personally.
Yeah.
The Bachelor's always had my back my whole life.
That is
Same.
true. That is true. Okay, so there were a lot of gimmicks. We had somebody come in on a boat, on a go-kart, on a shotgunning beers. We had
a lot of tennis. All the tennis balls falling out of the thing. I got
Lauren
my balls.
was the one who shotgunned the beer, which did make me laugh.
Yes, that was.
Because I was like,
one.
this is such a
Philly
girl party trick.
She was also very aggressive about Philly. She was like, "Wow, I love Philly. Like Philly's the best." Like I don't think that Lauren and I would be friends.
Right.
Like,
but I also think you're really trying to sell the Philly thing too, because like Joey has family in Philly.
Area.
You know, it's
fair.
I never want to leave. I would go.
People who are diehard for
I'll
Philly
live right
like
next
that
to your sister.
I don't. That's not my vibe. Philly. I'm always like, Philly. I honestly talk a lot of shit about Philly, really, but I think that it's a fun time now. I have more fun going there. But whenever people get in the conversation about like New York, Philly, whatever, and they try to act like Philly is better, I start getting a little buck in the place.
Oh, well,
and I feel like Lauren and I would get in an argument about that if we knew each other in real life.
Could be.
You probably would. That's super fair. There was somebody that came in on like a tennis umpire chair.
That was
tennis jokes, balls.
That came in. She came in on that big chair, and the girls inside were talking shit about that. People were like, "This is a little much." Like they did not compared to everything else that happened. Them wheeling her in on that thing, people had a real problem with it. I don't know why.
Compared to all the other gimmicks.
The banana thing was strange.
There were some very sexually charged ones.
Hated the
what
banana
are you supposed to
thing.
do?
The banana was extremely uncomfortable, and I think
and weird.
I think the girl that did that got sent home.
I think so too.
You know,
was that Zoe?
Maybe.
Oh boy.
I think
she had curly hair.
Curly hair.
Mm-hmm. Blonde curly hair.
Oh,
I'm
blonde
or light, like light brown.
Oh, then I think it was her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was sent home.
Yeah, no. I hated that. I'm trying to think who else I liked. Oh, you know who I really liked? I can't remember exactly what she did, but I liked her throughout the rest of the episode, is Jen with 2 N's. She is so pretty that it's distracting. I don't even know really what she said, to be honest. Very, very gorgeous. But what I want to talk about also is Leah, who was given a card.
Oh yeah.
And I must not have been paying attention. Did they give her the card on the?
Did she go by Leia? Or I think it's Leia.
Okay, Leia. I wasn't sure if it was Leia or Leah. It's spelled Lea, right?
Yeah.
I
think they were saying Leia.
I was only reading it on the thing, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
So Leia. So she, I don't know who gave her that card. If she had it when she got out of the limo.
After the final rose.
It was after the final rose.
That was
Yes.
all the way back then. I couldn't remember that.
Jesse Palmer gave her the card and was like, "This is for you, and you can't open it until you get to the mansion."
I could not remember that. But anyway, so she shows up, has the card. Everyone's freaking out about it. Joey wants to know what's inside. All the other girls want to know what's inside. A little bit of a skerfuffle talking about it, and then all of a sudden she excuses herself, goes to another room, opens it, sees what it is. It is the ability to steal a one-on-one date from someone else in the future, which
anytime before hometown.
Anytime before hometown. Oof. I like that wrinkle. I like this effort by ABC.
Yeah.
They tried.
She is too pure of heart, and she threw it in the fire.
Yeah, they tried. That would have been really tough.
It would have been really
because you're
tough.
just handing this poor girl the power to be absolutely ostracized from everybody.
Yep.
Everybody's going to hate her. Also, it's like, if you are holding on to that and you're like waiting till later in the game to play it, you might get sent home before you could even use it. Like, you might, one of the first dates you take somebody's like first one-on-ones, it really is not setting yourself up well in a house full of girls where you want, like, you're obviously all in competition, but you don't want every other girl to absolutely hate your guts.
They always say, like, I'm not here to make friends. You need to make a couple friends. Okay?
Yes.
You need to make a couple friends.
Also
or else
with that, you piss off Joey, because Joey picks the one-on-one.
Exactly.
It's
and
like, I want to go on a one-on-one with this
it.
girl, and then he shows up to the house in whatever old sports car they give him. And then he's
like, we got the helicopter waiting out back.
Oh, it's actually Leia. And he's like, but wait, I picked...
Right.
What's her face? It's like, you can't. I like the idea. I'm with you guys. I want them to keep doing stuff like that.
I appreciate the effort on this.
But the execution and the thought process wasn't there for that.
No, it's because they're giving her the power to, like she said, you're giving her like the power to meddle into his story, right?
His
like
storyline, the story that he's looking for, his journey. She kept saying
exactly. He's the one looking for love, and like. You kind of have like an existential crisis if you're Leia, where you're like, oh my God, like what if he picks a girl that he's like really meant to be with, and then I take the date and I just fuck up everything, and then he doesn't end up with her. Like, it's like you could really change the whole trajectory, And that was too much for her.
I thought burning it was a great move.
Yeah.
I think that it was a great move. It was good for morale. Everybody liked it. But what I did notice after the fact, 2 girls, I cannot remember their names.
One's
Jess and Taylor maybe? And
Yeah.
or Tyler. They both were like, oh, I would have taken it. I would have done something with it. So I think ABC, like, try this again because
Right, it might have been Kelsey maybe or
because
There's girls who will use it.
there are girls that will use it. There are girls that will do it. Hold on, I'll know. Because Jess
certainly
is 100% one.
It was certainly Jess. Jess is
think the
just
other girl's name
copy
is
and
Taylor.
paste. Yeah, like I don't know how every season they seem to find a Hannah Brown look like. There's just another multiverse
Yep.
Hannah Brown. Like this
So
is just
many multiverse
like
Hannah
look at
Browns.
this girl, and tell me that's just not like another
it's
Hannah
Hannah
Brown.
So true.
It's another Hannah Brown.
They have the same.
in her same like
eyes.
movements too, like the way that she
She got a southern accent.
She's got the drawl, the whole thing.
She feels like Shanae to me in this season.
She's definitely some Shanae.
Taylor,
added, like,
Taylor was the other girl, the recruiter from Chicago. She had her hair
Yes.
up. This girl,
Yes.
and Jess.
She got
stole
interrupted by Jess.
Right, they
Yes.
were the blondes were already arguing.
Yeah,
There's
all the
not
blondes
many
are
of them.
arguing.
You know who I love?
Not many of them, but they're arguing.
You know who I love and I think is going to go far?
Who?
Daisy.
Oh, Daisy's adorable.
Oh, I
Adorable.
gotta look at Daisy.
Yep, Daisy's super cute. I mean, honestly, like
Oh, she is super cute. With
another
her cochlear implants.
Yes.
another
I also like
stellar
that she-
casting job from like these girls are all stunning.
They
always are, but
Drop fucking dead.
Medina?
They really are.
yeah,
She is
Evelyn. Oh
stunning.
my god.
I know.
Evelina's so beautiful. Daisy's so sweet. Yeah, these girls are great. Jen is my girl though. Jen 2 N's.
Yeah.
I
do
saw
I not
her
remember
picture.
her?
Oh, Trent.
This
We
one.
just looked at her on radio. I keep
Yeah.
bringing her up because I think she's so pretty.
She got the first impression rose?
no.
Leia
she
did.
He
Leia
gave it to Leia,
because
which
of
was
the- 'cause of her
which
move,
was
which
fair.
was great.
I thought that was very fair.
But Jen talked to him and was like flirty with him
The
at one
two
point.
Kelseys are also both stunning. Kelsey A,
So pretty.
the one from New Orleans. I loved her limo entrance with the voodoo doll. I thought that was cute.
That was
Super
cute.
cute. I
That
love
was a
a
good
New
gimmick.
Orleans playing into a voodoo doll thing.
I kind of thought she was going to get the first impression rose for a second. I thought like Joey
Could've
seemed
been.
fairly enamored by her. But I think
I think after Leia
I think
makes
after
that
she
big
burned
show,
the
and you got it. Yeah, no choice.
Fair.
No choice.
I think she had to be rewarded for that.
She's only 23 too, Leia, and she's from Hawaii.
Yeah,
Which
there's multiple people from Hawaii.
I forgot that Joey lived and worked in Hawaii for a long
Yeah.
time. So there are a few people from Hawaii, which I think makes a lot of sense. Maybe he wants to, think about moving back there.
Is
Like
Rachel is from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yes. There was a couple names like
Rachel.
in the preview that we heard Joey throw out.
How old is Joey?
Rachel's 26,
How old's Joey?
28.
Okay.
you know who I really like actually? Dark Horse, Maria, the one from Canada.
Yeah.
She was I think the first to come out of the limo. She has like a funky.
No, that was Lexi. Lexi was the first one out of the
There's a
limo.
bunch-
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
Canadians.
thinking about Maria, this girl.
Yes, Maria. Yes,
Sparkplug.
Sparkplug. I think
Maria
that she has,
seems like a little drama, though. I will say
She
for
seems
sure.
like a little drama, but she seems like she's like in a good way.
Yeah.
like she's
One of-
just. I got my eyeballs on her because I think that she's interesting.
One
Yeah.
of the Canadians
And I think that they have
got
great
out of
connection.
the limo with the Canadian flag, and they blurred
That
the
was
Canadian
Maria. Why
flag.
did they do that? Yeah,
What was that all about?
that was
Did you see
Maria.
that?
They blurred the Canadian.
They had one of
Yes.
these little ones, and they
I
blurred
wonder
the
if
Canadian
that's
flag.
for. Is that for our screener? They blurred it.
Oh, maybe.
Because we'll have to see on TV.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
yes, the Canadian flag was blurred out.
I was like,
I noticed
that's
that
just the
too.
Canadian flag. I mean, you can blur it all you want, but everybody's gonna know what that is.
Yeah, and she was waving it around, being like, "I'm
Are
I'm
we
Canadian."
at war with Canada and I don't know it?
I don't know.
Has that
man.
happened?
It was.
I
It
don't
was
think so.
something
What does,
weird
what
going
did
on
Trudeau
with that.
do? It was
Who
very.
knows?
It was very bizarre.
Autumn also was really cute, really beautiful.
Yeah. Yep.
A lot of really, really great,
Yep.
great girls, good conversations. The drama, yeah.
Jess got the first kiss. And then she comes back into the room with all the girls
Right,
and says,
told everybody.
"Oh my," which I think is pretty standard operating procedure.
Yeah, I feel like that's normal because I feel like if people were like, "Wow, she just came in here and told us that," like, why? In my head, I'm like, no. I think that
No, I don't think
the
people
other
do
way
that.
around. The other way around.
When
they
have
don't-
we ever seen a girl night one walk back in to talk
And,
to
like, announce.
30 other women and say, "Well, we had our first kiss."
Fair. It's
like,
usually
I don't
like-
think that
it's
happens.
usually a smaller group.
like, oh my god,
Smaller
we kissed.
groups or somebody sees the kiss happen
True.
because
Yeah.
there's
Yes.
girls everywhere.
I suppose.
I don't
But I
think-
wasn't so bothered by it though. I thought like she came in, she said it. It was a little braggadocious of her, but I also think
Yeah.
that it can go the other way where if you kiss Joey and people don't know about it, they then think you're keeping it from them.
I thought going in for round 2
Oh,
was worse
Poor
than
taste.
telling everybody that she had the kiss.
I worry.
I think like getting a kiss and then
Poor
interrupting
taste.
him for
Yes.
another conversation, then the girls are gonna.
I think Jess is going to
snappy.
be around a while. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be Joey's like choice.
Right,
She's so
right.
much drama and so. She reminds me of Shanae, where it's just like, I'm here to win. We're all in competition. I'm kissing. I don't care if you're mad that I'm coming in for a second time. I'm here for Joey. I'm not here for you. Blah, blah, blah. I think that is going to, she's going to be on the show for a while, but we're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah,
We're not going to enjoy it.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, I'm ready to hate her.
Yeah.
I felt it last night.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
felt it too. I said,
I can feel it.
Right, because there were some girls too where it was like they obviously hadn't had any time with him and were super nervous. Like Evelyn, also, like I said, these girls are all stunning. Like some
Evelyn,
of these,
it looks like
Evelyn's, and she was like,
she should
"Oh,
be
we
on the
haven't
cover
gotten
of
any
Vogue
time
tomorrow.
to,
Like,
yeah,
she's so
haven't gotten
beautiful.
any time to talk to him yet." Hope she gets a rose. She did end up getting a rose, but yeah, it just didn't work for some. Like I can't even tell you some of the girls who went home.
No.
I have no idea who went home. Yeah, I'm even looking at the list.
Sandra was definitely one of them.
Did
I'm looking at her face. I remember because she was like,
she was crying or whatever.
she was like, I don't want to be a meme. Which you don't.
Sydney.
Zoe, I think was.
went
I think
home.
she. That I think was that the banana.
Yes.
What was the other really sexually charged one? There was the banana, and then there was one other one.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know. Maybe that was just the one.
The banana one is burned inside my brain. I was so offended by it.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
I
did not
hate
enjoy
this
it.
so much. Hate it
Who
so
did the giant
much.
bra? That was kind of bizarre.
Oh, that was weird. It was like, I'm here for all the support. I think
Yeah.
that was one of the blondes.
It was one of the blondes.
Like maybe, was that Taylor
I don't know.
or Sydney?
Also, poor Autumn being like, "What's your favorite season?" He was like, "Spring, summer,
Yeah. Winter's pretty
you know?
good.
Well, you know, the one I really don't like, fall.
Yeah.
Autumn.
Not
don't
a
like
fan.
it. So and then I think Chandler was sent home as well. I remember that too because I thought hers was cute. She was like, "You're Joey, I'm Chandler.
I'll always be there
I'll
for
always
you.
be there for you." I
yeah.
thought that was so sweet.
That is so cute, especially
but I
with
guess
time.
she didn't get any
Aw.
time really maybe to talk to him. So I think she was sent home as
So
well.
what did it started out with 32. What are we down to? Probably like
My
25?
guess would be my guess would be 28.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like maybe they send 5 girls home.
Okay.
Some of them get sent home. We don't even see
We don't even
like
see them at
we
all.
don't see them leave.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
You know, like
That
there
is
was no
tough.
exit. I don't even think we saw Zoe exit, but I think
No.
she definitely was gone.
Especially when they're up all night filming. We know that they film these things at night because they need the darkness. And
Yeah.
so they start super late, film through the night. And by the time we're seeing them leave and crying, usually the sun's coming up.
I thought it was an interesting rose ceremony. I think the sisters really kicked it off where people were showing their emotions at the rose ceremony where it was like,
I liked that.
oh, I did not think you were going to pick me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
normally it's very like, all right, just say yes and go back up there and stand there. I like people showing a little bit of emotion.
I like
Right,
that
right.
too, especially with so
Some
many girls.
commentary.
Yeah,
Some
especially with so many
commentary.
Yeah.
girls.
Just like, oh, I did not think
Yeah,
you
like,
were
oh, thank God. Finally.
I think that was
Damn, you
great.
picked my fucking sister first.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
kicked it off. I thought that was going to be, I think they should keep doing that. But
Agreed.
Well, I think that basically was like all the big happenings. It was a very
So, too.
standard first episode. Like we said, they have us roped in from the first minute.
Yeah, I'm on
of-
board. I'm fully on board.
Of what happens at the end. You saw the preview of them traveling the world and doing all these things and tropical locations and other locations. Looks like they go to some cool places.
It does. I'm excited to see. Looks like we have a few dramatic crying
Yeah.
step away from each other moments in
Yeah.
foreign countries. I love a
Yep.
walking away down the cobblestone street.
It just feels like a lot of the girls are going to be falling fast, you know?
Yeah. Do we know exactly where they're going?
I don't believe
No.
so.
They haven't told us yet, right?
I hope I like Joey right now, and what sometimes happens with these seasons, actually a lot of times, you start to dislike the Bachelor as you go along.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen
I hope that
that
doesn't
too.
happen as well.
because I really like Joey right
I
now.
really like him
Seemed
too.
like from at least
So
from the first
sweet,
episode,
so
he
cute.
handled it all pretty well, I thought. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the guy who it's like
Like there is no misstep.
he
Yeah.
doesn't need this show. You know what I mean?
Well, he's so honestly
You would
like
think.
he's so good looking. Like
So
what?
good looking.
It's like I can't.
Yeah.
I'm very stuck on it because again, now I've met him in real life, so I'm gonna be very complimentary for all the
Had
time.
a good
but
handshake when I
Yeah,
met him.
yeah.
Yes, really sweet. Gave me a hug.
Yeah, but you
I
know,
was
it's
like,
certainly, you know, you get the spotlight to be in The Bachelor. Maybe he was getting a little tired of being a tennis pro and
being a background. Yeah. He
Hawaii.
could be all
Hawaii?
these things. He could be all these things.
maybe wanted.
He could still be a tennis pro and he can be famous.
That's
right.
right.
You
I
could
like
be a
it.
tennis pro with hundreds of thousands of followers.
With
Super
ladies.
fair. That's super fair. I'm
Yeah,
rooting
no.
for him.
Same.
Me too.
I absolutely am as well. So I hope it all works out for him, and we will be tuning in. Let's cut some stems, give out some roses for night one.
Absolutely.
Let's crack open
Should we
a
do a
Coors
little crack,
Lights.
crack? Finally, time. All right. I've been staring. Oh, and I missed this. Also, can I say, glad that we're back to Mondays, huh? Very happy to be back
God
to
we're
Mondays.
back
Thank
to
God.
Mondays.
Thank God.
Truly.
Finally, let's cheers
is
to that.
Normal cheers to being
Cheers
back
to being
on
back
Monday.
on Mondays.
How long has it
Cheers,
been
cheers.
since we've been on Mondays?
Oh, years.
Feels like
I'm
a long
claiming
time.
at least a year and a half, like 2, maybe
Well, The Bachelor
4
was on.
seasons. Was it?
It was just they just changed Paradise to Thursdays.
Really?
No. But everything it's been Tuesdays for a long time.
Oh, maybe.
Remember?
Bachelorette was on Tuesdays.
But it was. It hasn't been Bachelor or Bachelorette. Nothing hasn't
Maybe
been
it
on
hasn't
Monday
been
in
since
like
The Bachelor.
since a long time.
Maybe Zach's season had to have been Zach's season then. Either of you like to go
Rose.
first?
Oh God, stem cuts. Rose.
I can go.
Rose and stem.
Sure,
Oh, go,
go
Trent.
ahead.
I'm ready. I'm going to.
Dobby's staring
Wait,
at
am
me
I
again.
ready? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going
It's
to
really glaring.
give my. What's up?
Dobby's just really staring through my soul again.
I know
He's always looking at me.
Dobby's got to calm down.
Yeah.
I'm going to give my rose to Daisy. I really like Daisy. I think she's going to go far.
Yeah, I think so too.
I was actually surprised when she didn't get the first impression rose. I get why Leia got it, but I really thought that was going to Daisy. I thought they had a great conversation. I think they kissed, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. He smooched a
Smooched
bunch.
a lot.
He did a little
He
smooching.
did a bunch of smooching.
And I guess we just
it's hard
we
to
know
keep
we
track
no longer
when there's that many smooches. You know.
we no longer care, I guess, anymore about the smooches because, like we said,
No,
back in the
it's
day,
just-
he would have been
yeah.
called the kissing bandit. Ari
I
Loyenbeck
know.
somewhere is.
We're just so
cursing the
used to it
clouds.
now. It's like it would be
know.
weird if he wasn't kissing them at this point.
Yeah, I
would be,
really
yeah.
don't
It'd
even.
be like, why? What's
for
your problem?
Me,
Yeah.
I don't even really remember a time when smooching on the first
Right.
wasn't the
I mean,
norm.
even Gary was out here smooching. You know.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta-
Gary is
yeah.
smooching.
Gary
then.
was smooching.
Yep.
So yeah, my rose is going to Daisy, and then this is easy, but I'm gonna cut the stem of Jess.
Yeah.
I just know
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's fair.
it's good for drama, it's good for TV,
Mm-hmm.
but it just made me angry.
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole thing. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the stem of Jess,
All
and
right.
Daisy's getting my rose.
There's
Good
a poor
ones.
girl named Star.
With 2 R's,
Like,
I know.
You can't do that
Why
to your
would you do
kid.
that to your kid? I know. We talked about that. We pulled these girls up on
And
radio
sh-
for a
and
few
I'm
minutes
sure
and talked
she is.
about it.
I'm sure she is a sweetheart, and this says nothing against her at all. But what were your parents thinking?
It's
It's
really
just
a
tough.
reflection of your parents.
I
It
would
has
go by
nothing to do with
something
her.
else. I would have to go by something else. I'd be like,
Star,
you guys
double
really,
R?
you fucked me over on this one. I got to go by
Right.
something else.
Did
Crazy.
she? I don't remember her
What
at
do you
all
think
from
her
last
last
night.
name is?
I don't know. Light,
I was gonna say shooting, but that doesn't make sense.
Starlight. I'll go next. If anybody is
Please.
Go ahead.
feeling special about that. Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's see. I would like to give my rose to Jen with 2 N's because she is so hot. That's the only
Fair.
reason why. I'm enamored by her for some reason. I think she's
Would I
so
be able
beautiful.
to give out a rose like that?
Because
if I
she's
were-
hot?
If I were like this, she's so hot.
Yeah.
Star
I just did
Skylar.
it. Star Skylar sounds like a porn star.
That
That's
sounds
porn
like
star
a
name.
Star Wars character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
it
Star
does.
Wars character, something like. I mean,
A child of Luke.
yeah, yeah.
Just Skylar, not Skywalker.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
oh yeah. I think you got to go by Skylar.
I would go by. I don't even know what you do there. I don't know what you do there. Middle name? She got a middle name around?
That's
Something.
tough. That's tough.
All right, my rose goes to Jen 2 N's because she's hot, and they had a good conversation. They really did, and I just thought that she was so beautiful, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of her. Number 1, number 2, cutting the stem. Oh, of the banana test.
Yeah.
Cutting that
Good one.
100
Yeah,
times over. I hated
yeah.
it so much. Whether it was Zoe or somebody else who did it, I can't remember who it was, but I cannot express how much I hated that. Like when she came out and like, did she lift it up? Did she
Yes.
lift something
It
up?
was one of those like.
It was
wow.
like
I didn't know what
a
it was going to
serving
be.
platter, you know?
I didn't know what it could possibly be, and I knew it was going to be something like cheeky, but I didn't think it was going to be bananas cut to different sizes
Yeah,
of penises.
And to
I
be
didn't
fair
think
to her,
that.
probably not her idea.
No.
You know?
Probably not, right?
I would
that's
guess not,
tough.
but still.
But that you gotta go. You gotta be like, I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing the one where he's got put his dick size on the banana.
No,
Yep.
I'm
Not
not
doing
doing
that
that.
one.
Give that to another girl. I'm sure Jess would have loved that.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
the
Yeah.
hate's coming through. The hate's coming through.
Okay, I'm going to give my rose to. I guess it's kind of basic, and I already said it, but I got a good first impression from her. Kelsey A. She's the New
you love
Orleans
her.
girl with the voodoo doll. I thought that was cute.
That's a great one.
She is a front runner for me right now. I feel like I'm very intrigued by her. And I'm going to cut the stem of... I mean, I guess I just got to do the whole sister thing, right? Like we just can't be...
Mm-hmm.
We just can't have sisters on a show like this.
Can't have sisters on the show.
I get what they're trying to do, but as someone with a sister, I would never do something like this.
When were the twins?
That was the twins is what I thought of immediately. That
Ben
was
Higgins.
Ari's or was it Ben or Ari?
Oh,
I
Ari?
think it was Ben. I'm almost positive it was
Ben?
Ben.
I can't remember
I think it was Ben.
it was a while
because they went on Paradise as well.
They did.
Yeah,
So maybe Ben.
and
then.
they're like married with kids now.
right.
Yeah. They are.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
The blondes.
I know, but I think it was Ari because didn't he bring one of the blondes to meet his family, or was that Lauren he brought to meet his family? Remember it was like the first one on one date,
what
and he
the
was like,
hell are their
"Surprise, we're
names?
meeting our family."
Haley and what's the other one?
I don't know. Haley and
Emily.
But I think
Emily.
maybe Ari brought Lauren,
I think it was Ben.
and I think you're right.
I'm
It was
almost
Ben,
positive.
the twins.
Oh yeah, Ferguson.
Yeah.
Ferguson, yeah. Last name.
Ben's
Ben's
Ben's?
season.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
Ben. It's Ben. Spot
Yeah.
on. Spot on.
There you go.
I'm
That
always,
was just what I thought of when I saw them.
No, you're right. And but I, in my head, had them because. Do you remember on Ari's season?
They both
where-
are married to hockey players.
Yeah.
He went to go bring someone on a first one-on-one date, and it was Lauren, and he brought her to, and it was a surprise. Like we're going to my
Yes.
parents' house.
Yes, I do remember
And for some
that.
reason, I thought, because I remember thinking at the time, like, oh no, Lauren looks way more like Racer's wife than Becca did towards
sure.
the end.
Yeah.
And in my head, those two twins also kind of look like Racer's
Gotcha.
wives.
You know,
Anyway.
what a underrated story of those two twins
yeah.
who are like blonde hair, blue
Mm-hmm.
eyes, the whole thing, and they are just
Identical too. They look just.
Very
they're
alike.
just
Yeah.
marrying two they're married already.
One's a Vegas night, I think.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. So this guy got to
And they're-
Google
and
what
they're
They're
They're both-
from
they're-
Vegas, right?
No, they're from like
So this guy is
international.
Yeah, Haley
really?
married Ula Palve. Ula, he's Finnish, and
Wow. hot.
Emily. They're expecting their first child
Congrats.
this May,
Oh.
and
What?
Emily is married to Carlson. Carlson from the Knights.
Okay.
He's Swedish,
Oh my God.
and they have a child. Their first child was born May of 2023, and he is like a blonde hair, blue-eyed looking guy.
Okay. So their babies are gonna be little
Carlson.
towhead babies, huh? With blonde
But
ass
it's just what I'm
babies?
saying. Like they just
Yeah.
twins, they just follow that path. They're
Twins
still
be-
They
they're
just
still
do the
linked
same
up.
shit.
twinning.
Yeah.
They're married.
May
married,
2023,
both
May
to-
2024.
Yes.
They're always
Hockey
doing the same
players,
thing.
the whole
Hockey
thing.
players,
a
right?
lot of blonde babies.
Tandem lives.
They were good on the show too.
They
They
were
were.
on the show. I like them and miss them. I'm happy that they are doing well because that's exciting.
Yeah.
Interesting that they both got themselves a couple hockey players. But weren't they
Yep.
the girls themselves from Vegas? I feel like that was a part of
Yes.
the
I
that was like a
believe
part of the thing where I
so.
was like, there's these like twinned bleach blonde Vegas girls
Yeah.
coming through
Yeah.
here. Good
Wow.
for them.
What a time.
Good for them.
Seriously, forget about that. Their hometown is Vegas. Yes.
And they really didn't have a problem with it. I think them too, though. It was like I think they do a one-on-one date or a two-on-one date together. Like they kind of set it up for how it was.
there was for sure something. I don't know why. Like twins.
one of them got voted off before
Twins
the other.
is like different than sisters. to
I
me.
agree.
I think
completely.
twins like.
I know what you mean.
Twins are just more an even playing field. Does that like
It's
sound
completely
ridiculous?
no, it doesn't
because twins are like already the same age, and like they've gone to school
They're
together.
basically one person.
But it's like you potentially you're fighting for guys, the same guy, or like you have a crush on the same guy your whole life.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
Sisters, you're a couple years apart. You're like, yo, stay in your age
Yeah,
group.
stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. I'll stay in my lane. There should be no crossover.
Lauren,
I'm
I
older,
agree.
you're younger.
I
Like
agree.
you don't go for the older guys that are my friends. I don't go for the younger guys that are your friends.
Lauren
And,
said
like,
100 times,
your
like I'm the
twins,
older
like,
sister sister.
have the
This
same
needs to
group of
happen to me
friends.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she
I
said
think
that
you're right.
shit.
Like I think there's just more competitiveness. I think when you're like if you're an older sibling.
Absolutely.
Speaking as an older sibling,
Absolutely.
I just
Same.
can't imagine like that's crazy.
No.
I think you
No,
bring up a good
there's
point.
no way. I would murder. I would be like,
Yeah.
and that it also introduces all that extra like animosity. Like if I am not, if I'm chosen over, my sibling is chosen over me.
Yeah.
I'm taking that personally.
Right.
And I'm
Right,
also
if you're
pissed
a twin,
off.
like people are
what the
picking
fuck
one
did
of
you
you
do?
your whole life. Like you're used
Exactly,
to.
you're
You're
used
Right,
to
it's
that.
gonna happen.
Right.
It doesn't matter what Ben Higgins does.
No.
Ben Higgins.
Oh
Boy.
man. Okay, everybody. I think that wraps it up for our first episode of Cutting Stems. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back next Monday.
See you later.